afternoon. Today we're here to talk about a rising problem in our area, in our community, which is a lot to do with our teenagers and becoming parents at an early age. So today we're going to talk about abstinence and how it affects us in different ways, how having premarital sex can affect us in different ways. There are teenagers that have limited education, and we understand that that is primarily due to the fact of sometimes they're caught up in different situations that cause them to have to drop out of school, where they have to become parents. You know, when you become parents at an early age, there's a responsibility that comes with it. So some of the things that you do, you cannot continue to go to school and also take on the responsibility of a child. Teenage boys and girls find themselves, they look for love in different places, and that's basically because a lot of times they haven't received that type of love from home, or it wasn't a wholesome environment. So there are times that they begin to explore and find themselves in different situations due to that. Being in a relationship with no boundaries, what do we mean by no boundaries? Boundaries mean whatever comes is okay, and it causes emotional, it causes physical effects, and also it can cause spiritual effects as well. I've been afforded the opportunity to be an advocate at a care and pregnancy center for several years, and I had a client that came in and expressed to me that she went to the doctor and she found out that she has HPV, which is a human papillomavirus virus, and she was just bawling, just crying really hard because she didn't understand how could I get that, you know, at such a young age. And so it really touched my heart because, you know, seeing how old she is, she's 13 years old, and to be at that place in her life, something that can change her life forever. So today I would like to present information about the following: how God created us in His image. And it's important that we maintain that image that He created us in. None of us do everything right, but it's up to us to make sure that we try and follow those principles. Then, secondly, loving and respecting yourself are great principles to have. When you can love yourself, regardless if you feel loved by somebody else or not, you have more of a security, and you won't find yourself stepping out too far. And then thirdly, saying no is a way to set boundaries. No is a wonderful word to use, but we don't always use it in the proper places in the times that we need to. I'll begin with sharing with you why it's important to abstain from premarital sex until marriage. First of all, I mentioned to you that God created us in His image, okay? Remembering that we're created in the image of God. In the Bible, in the Living Bible, it tells us that, in Genesis, it tells us that God says, let us make man in our image, okay? And so when God did that, He was doing something really special by creating us in His image. And when we step out of that, and we have premarital sex, we are going against God. And then there are consequences to whatever we do that's against God. 1 Corinthians 6:18 through 20, it says, flee from sexual immorality and all other sin a man commits or outside his body. But he who sins sexually sins against his own body. Do you know that your body is the temple of the Holy Spirit, who is in you, whom you have received from God? You are not your own. You are bought with a price. Therefore, honor God with your body. So they're saying that we have to make sure we honor God with our body. You can see that there are scriptural consequences, and we go against God and we engage in premarital sex, it causes those consequences to come forth. Loving and respecting yourself. How do I do that? I was never shown love. Love is to take delight and pleasure in. Take delight and pleasure in who you are. It doesn't matter how you look. It doesn't matter what other people may say about you. Loving yourself is important. Then also respect. You have to have an attitude of respect, okay? When I give respect, I demand respect. And my respect say, guess what? You can't go any further with me. You may say, I have learned to love and respect myself, but I don't know how to set boundaries. I'll tell you how to start. Simply say no. That's the best way to set a boundary. No is a wonderful word. It's a good word, but we need to learn how to use it, okay? No holds us to our values without compromising. When I say no, I mean no. Keep our relationship with God in line when we say no to others. The word no is actually a good discipline word. When others cross the boundaries, they have violated our area. This calls for behaviors to come forth. And according to the cause of self-defeating behavior, which is by Wendy Hill, there are things that we need to do. Eliminate physical, emotional, and psychology hurts. Physical emotions and psychological hurts are very dangerous. They can have long-term effects with us. Collins' English Dictionary, complete and under abridged, gives us information about sexual purity. Becoming a parent at an age and stop them from completing education, because you have to focus on what the responsibilities of taking care of a child. Now you see that there are multiple effects that can result from premarital sex. Let me give you a chance to make that choice and to inform others that no is a good word and it's better to wait.